Good morning and welcome to KidNuz. I'm Tori. Today is Tuesday, June 6, 2023. And we begin with all eyes on a courthouse in London to see if Prince Harry becomes the first senior royal in more than 100 years to take the witness stand in a trial. He and other top celebrities are suing the publishers of the Daily Mirror in Great Britain for allegedly using illegal ways like phone tapping and hiring private investigators to get info about their private lives to use in stories. Harry says the articles in question date back to his 12th birthday. Many other similar cases have been settled out of court, but Prince Harry has called it his life's work to change how the media conducts itself. As one analyst noted to NPR, he's lending his celebrity, his notoriety, and he will not stop. But he's already angered the judge. The prince was due in court yesterday for opening statements, but was a no-show. Those following the case say he arrived late Sunday and will be in court this morning. Today, June 6, is an important day in history. It's the 79th anniversary of D-Day during World War II. Troops with the Allied forces, which included soldiers from the UK, the US, Canada, and other countries, all crossed the English Channel in the middle of the night and stormed the beaches along Normandy, France. 6,000 vessels were involved in the attack and were supported by over 11,000 planes. The goal was to break through the German army's defenses that had overtaken much of Europe and is described as a key battle that helped bring an end to the war. The D in D-Day doesn't actually stand for anything. It's just a name the military use when planning an event. It's been used for many operations, but is now most closely associated with this date, June 6, and the Allied invasion of Normandy. How is this for outside-the-box thinking? Building homes out of dirty diapers. A group of scientists at a university in Japan came up with the concept. First, they wanted to find a way to decrease the use of sand in concrete because mining sand causes all sorts of problems to wildlife, coastlines, and ecosystems. So lead researcher Ms. Sizwante Zoreda decided to try replacing sand with disposable diapers, which are a huge source of plastic waste. In the U.S. alone, 8 billion pounds are tossed into landfills every year. In the experiment, the nasty nappies were sanitized to get rid of germs, dried and shredded, then added to concrete. And as reported in the journal Scientific Reports, it worked, creating material that was just as strong and safe as regular concrete, but using up to 40% less sand. The scientists realize a lot more work needs to be done, but the biggest challenge of all may be convincing people to use concrete made with dirty diapers. 1,000 tiny Lego astronauts have successfully made a journey all the way into space and back again. The minifigures were placed on roofless, lightweight vehicles that had to weigh less than 6 pounds. 3 separate balloons carried the space travelers up to an altitude of 21 miles before bursting. Then the vehicles glided safely back to Earth with the help of parachutes. The project was created by a team of space architects and engineers from Slovakia and the Czech Republic, with the mission of encouraging kids to follow their dreams. The 1,000 little Lego astronauts are now being given away to randomly selected residents of those countries. A teenager has managed to topple the world's #1 chess player. Up-and-coming prodigy Damaraju Gukesh of India not only beat 5-time world champion Magnus Carlsen, but did so on his 17th birthday. The big win happened during a blitz event ahead of the Norway chess tournament, one of the most competitive chess events in the world. Only 10 players made the cut. Dam's win made him the 4th seed, Magnus the 8th. Dam may be young, but he's no newcomer to the world stage. He's been a chess master since the age of 12. The Norway tournament runs through Thursday. That's it for KidNuz. Now, our KidNuz quiz, generously sponsored today by the Bakers, to give a Kia ora, which is a Kiwi-style shout-out to Isaac, who turned 11 yesterday. Isaac, your mom, dad, May, Luna, and Sylvie wish you the best day ever and say you've been a champ with the crazy move the family just made from Utah all the way to Dunedin, New Zealand. Now, today's quiz. How long has it been since a member of the royal family testified in a trial? More than 100 years. Today is the anniversary of what important day in history? D-Day, also known as the Allied invasion of Normandy, France. An experiment used what to replace sand in concrete? Used diapers. How old is the teenager who beat the world's #1 chess player? 17. In our KidNuz kicker, a newly built vessel in northern Spain may need protection from anyone with a sweet tooth. That's because it's made almost entirely of chocolate. It took more than 40 chefs and boat builders over a month to create the 26-foot-long masterpiece, which is a replica of a 16th century whaling boat. Video footage shows the nail-biting moment when the confection was separated from the wooden mold in one piece. 2 pastry chefs volunteered to take the vessel out for a spin last week to see if it would float and how it would react with salt water. 2 wooden boats were nearby in case anything went wrong, but after a maiden voyage of 30 minutes, officials declared the chocolate boat sweetly seaworthy. Before we go, we want to again thank the Baker family for underwriting today's quiz, help extend Isaac's 11th birthday, which is today in the U.S., but yesterday in New Zealand, and say hello to his teachers, Shandor and Stacy, and his Year 6 friends at Opaho School in Dunedin. Also, a big shout out to Mr. Malcolm and all the wonderful staff for a terrific year at a Sarah School in Winchester, Massachusetts. Mrs. Adams at the Thomas Gregg Neighborhood School in Indianapolis, Indiana. And Mrs. Morrison at Mulberry Creek Elementary in Catala, Georgia. Thanks for listening. A quick note, we have a new Noodler out with a few fun ways to expand on KidNuz stories in the last month, like debating the pros and cons of chocolate milk. Check out the Critical Thinking worksheet in the Teacher's Lounge section of our website, kidnuz.org. We hope you tune in for more KidNuz tomorrow morning.